national anthem has been sung. The starting lineups have been given out, and we are ready to play some Big South Conference volleyball. Both teams shaking hands here. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack Malmstrom. I'm with Brian Turner. We're going to be covering the game for you tonight. And thank you for tuning in to Channel 22 to watch some Windom Eagle volleyball. Last year, Windom did beat Worthington in Worthington last year, 3-1. Should be interesting to see what tonight has in store for us. Starters for Windom: Hannah Redmond, Lauren Husett, Portia Porth, Kayla Hocker, Madison Mars, Morgan Hokel, and Jasmine Carlson is the libero. For Worthington, the starters: Catherine Rogers, Betsy Thompson, Madison Wall, Whitney Jensen. And I didn't get the rest of the starters, but we'll get to that here soon. And it looks like we're going to have a quick substitution before the game starts. Number 19, Allison Kramer comes in for number 8, Whitney Jensen. And Jasmine Carlson comes in for Michaela Hacker. And starting the game off, Jasmine Carlson will be serving. And here's the serve. And it's over. Kramer digs it. Pass over. And it's going to be an early point for Windom here, as there is a net violation, so Windom will get the point on that one. And here's a spike, and it's blocked. Oh, it stays alive, but no one can pick it up. And it'll be a 2-0 lead for Windom. And in the serve now, for Windom is number 20, Jasmine Carlson. And I'm joined here with Adam Farig now.
How you doing, Jack?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, Adam?
Oh, I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Great night for volleyball here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And Windom will get a early 3-0 lead on Worthington. Like I said, Worthington only has 4 returning starters from last year's season. And here's the serve from Carlson, and it's over the net. Oh, that is an ace right there by Carlson. Worthington will call a timeout to start the game off. So Windom with an early 4-0 lead on Worthington. Worthington was a 500 team last year, winning around the 500 mark. They were 12 wins and about 13 losses. So I mean they're a very average team. And the teams are both ready. Windom's ready anyways to start play back up again. And now Worthington takes the court here.
And it'll be Carlson with the serve here for Windom out of the timeout.
Yep. Here's the serve from Carlson, and it's over. Good dig there by Kramer. And here's the right into the net. And the crowd erupts. The student section tonight is a very large student section. It is throwback night here at the high school in the gym here, and you see a lot of kids with throwback uniforms. Carlson with the serve, passed up. Here's a set and a spike from number 11, Emma Gerber, with the kill there.
And Worthington gets their first point of the night. Windom now leads 5-1.
And incoming now, or in the game now, is number 12, Allie Bruns, and she's coming in for number 3, Catherine Rogers. Number 7, Madison Wool with the serve. Here's a set by Husett. Tipped over by Portia Porth. Here's a spike by Bruns, and it's a kill. Wow, great entrance for Bruns as she makes a statement early.
That's back-to-back points there for Worthington to narrow Windom's lead down to 3.
Number 7, Wool with the serve. It's passed up, and here's the Husett to Porth, and it is a block. Number 11 there with the block, that is Emma Gerber. Seems to be one of the more promising players for Worthington.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a serve, Carlson with the dig, and it's set up to Hochul, and she kind of jumped a little early there. Here's a set, and the spike. Oh, great save there. And Redmond puts it over the net. Saved by number 5. There's number 12. And here's Redmond. Portia Porth. Oh, and that's going to be point Worthington there.
And I tell you what, Jack, that timeout really must have sparked this Trojan squad, because that's 4 points in a row.
That's great coaching by Worthington coach there. That is Jessica Hogan, the head coach there. And it's tipped over, kept alive by number 10. And Husett with the set, and it's tipped up. Oh, and it is down. Great job there by Portia Porth in getting it over and attacking their defense right there.
And Coach Wendorf is really fired up now about that last point.
Yep. You always got to be fired up when you're the coach. Get your team going there.
And here's Husett with the serve, her first of the night.
And that is dug by Kramer. And and that is just out of bounds. That's a great spike by Portia Porth, and that's something we're looking forward to this season from Portia Porth.
Oh yeah, she's a promising young player. Only a freshman this year.
Yep. And number 11, Emma Gerber with the serve. Into the net. And that. Hey, we'll take that point every time.
Rules are you got to get it over.
Yep.
And she didn't do it.
And Hochul, number 12, going to serve for Windom here. And here's the serve, and it's over.
See, she got it over.
Yep, she got it over that time. Number 7, Madison Wool could not handle that one. There might have been the ball must have been coming at her pretty quick.
Oh yeah, that definitely came in hot.
Yep.
And that resulted in an ace for Hochul.
Yep. And here's Hochul again with the serve. See if she can repeat that. And that's up by Wool. The set and the spike, and no one home for Windom as Schaefer gets her first kill of the night.
Wide open gap there in the Eagle defense.
Yep.
No one within a couple feet of that ball. Poor communication there by the Eagles.
Yep. And Schaefer is going to be serving. Maybe Schaffer.
And you know what? That's out of bounds. You got to keep it in.
Yep.
You got to keep it in. And you got a substitution here for Windom as Michaela Hacker checks in for Jasmine Carlson.
Portia Porth with the serve. Oh, and she can't handle that one, and that's another ace. Portia Porth is on fire tonight so far.
Oh yeah, I mean she's making all the plays left and right.
That's what we want.
Eagles now have a 10-6 lead over the Trojans as Porth serves again.
Here's a serve. Kramer digs it. Wins gets it, and it's out of bounds. Number 8, who would that be? Whitney Jensen. Could not keep it in bounds there for the Worthington Trojans, and Windom will take a 5-point lead now.
And the Eagles are really on a roll after that one. And that might have killed their roll.
That might have done it right there. And now for Worthington is number 3, Catherine Rogers, and she's coming in for number 12, Allie Bruns.
And Katie Kelly checks in for the Eagles for Portia Porth.
And a kill there by Michaela Hacker. Great kill right there. That's what we want.
Great placement right there. Just keeping it in bounds. Getting the job done.
Yep. And it looks like Hannah Redmond's going to be subbing in for Katie Kelly. And Redmond will serve for the Eagles. And Redmond with the serve here. Kramer with the dig. Gerber. And that's a great block there.
Oh, yeah.
Kramer sets it up. It's bumped over by Schaffer. And Hacker out of bounds.
And that'll narrow Windham's lead down to 4, as the Eagles lead 12-8 here in the first set.
Kramer will serve for the Trojans.
Gives the ball a few nice bounces.
Well, that's a short serve there. And it's going to be point Windom.
That's great placement right there.
Great placement.
No one's getting to that ball.
It had Worthington a little flustered on that one.
Flustered they are, Jack. Flustered they are.
They are.
As they're now down 5 points to Windom.
Mars with the serve here. Dug out, and there's a spike. Oh, right into the net. Didn't get all that one.
That was she must have timed it wrong there.
Yep.
Barely got a piece of it.
The jump was off there.
Oh, yeah. It's all about timing in this game.
Yep. And Mars, number 9, will serve for the Eagles. And that is bumped up, and number 11, Gerber over there. Redmond picks it up. And there's Hochul. Great save there. Jasmine Carlson with a great dig. Here's a set to Hochul. Hochul with the spike. Kramer bumps it over, and that's going to be out of bounds.
And the student section with that classic yes chant.
Yep.
Getting their Eagle squad fired up.
Yep. Big student section here tonight. Great turnout for the first game of the year. And that
that one is right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth. Kramer, wow. That didn't time that one right.
You know, that little skip off the net must have fooled her.
Yeah.
Because she took that one right in the noggin.
Yep. Here's Mars with the serve. And, wow.
And they don't get it over again.
Right into the net. And Windom is up 17-8. And Worthington will call a timeout.
That's her second timeout of the set here. They're clearly flustered.
Yep. Wendorf is, I would imagine, just telling his team, just do what you're doing and you'll be fine. And Worthington's got a lot of adjustments, it seems like, that they got to make.
Oh, yeah. Student section is fired up as ever.
Yep. Trying to motivate our girls to take this first game.
And it must be working because we're sitting on a 9-point lead right here.
Yep.
17-8.
Yep, a very comfortable lead for the Eagles.
But you can never get too comfortable in sports.
You can never get too comfortable.
Can't let your guard down.
No, you gotta keep attacking and keep wanting to get the points, obviously.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
And it looks like Mars is set to serve here, coming out of the timeout. Worthington has not yet taken the floor.
And we're back to play here.
Worthington breaks the huddle, takes the floor.
Madison Mars will serve again for the Eagles. And that's hit to Kramer. Kramer with the dig. Set by Gerber to number 11. Oh, a great block by Michaela Hacker.
Wow. That was something, Jack.
That was something. Michaela Hacker says here that she is 6 feet tall, and that sure didn't pay off on that one.
Yep. You got to love a height advantage in volleyball.
Yep.
Always help you out.
Kramer with the dig. Pretend Schaefer sends it up for Gerber. Gerber puts it over. And Hochul slapped it. Oh, a great block. That's a great block right there.
And Hochul's blocked right back. Back and forth blocks here.
Yep.
Some solid blocking by both teams.
Yep. See that looks like Worthington's got a little student section going on over there.
I mean, it doesn't compare to our Eagle student section. But you got to give them credit for trying.
Yep. Here's a serve. And Redmond sets it up for a Husett, and that's a little bit too far out.
Just a little deep. Just a little. And by a little, like 10 feet. But you know what? It's the effort that counts.
It's the effort that counts.
Effort for Houston.
It's what you're looking for.
Unfortunately, she won't get the points for effort.
No.
You gotta play the rules.
So Betsy Thompson here for the Trojans. She'll be serving. Here's the serve. Mars digs it up. Redmond with the set over to Hokel. And a great dig by number 7 there. Oh, and that's a great kill. Schaefer with another kill tonight.
Yep, you see that one caught the line. That's a great display of ball placement right there.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. And Thompson will serve again. And that's going to be out.
That one won't catch the line. Not as nice.
That's a great eye by the Windom Eagles right there. Great eye.
Oh, yeah. Great job of letting it go. And Portia Porth just checked back in for Michaela Hacker.
And Carlson with the serve.
Classic jump serve.
Jump serve, wow. Thompson sets it to Schaefer. Schaefer bumps it over, and that's going to be point Windom.
You can't hit the ball twice in a row. You just can't do it.
You just can't do it. That's the written rules of the game.
I mean, what would volleyball be without rules? It'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy. Carlson with the serve, jump serve.
That was a nice one.
Yep. And Schaefer tries to kill it, but doesn't work. Oh, great plays here by both teams. Portia puts it over, saved by Thompson. Over, and a great dig by Carlson. And Carlson's going to serve it over there. Thompson sets it up. And that's going to be way out. Way out of here.
A great rally there by both teams.
Yep.
Kept it going for a while.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward on how Schaefer received the ball from the serve. You know, it's tough to do with that.
Couldn't handle it.
Yep. And Carlson with the serve. Ooh, that's gonna be out.
Ooh, just can't catch the corner. It's a great spot, just a little far.
Yep. And Madison Wool will serve for the Trojans now. And she serves it over. Madison Mar with the dig. And served over to Portia Porth. And another kill.
What a kill.
Portia Porth.
And we see a substitution here for Windom as Katie Kelly's going to check in for Hannah Redmond.
Lauren Husett will serve now for the Eagles. That's dug by Wool. And great play by Portia Park.
What a tip.
Wow.
What a tip.
That was quick. That was quick thinking right there.
That's a nice bang bang play.
Yep.
Good thinking by the young stud.
Yep. Husett will serve again. And dug out, but right into the net as Wool could not handle it and get it up high enough.
Nice attempt by Wool to go down to her hands and knees, but just couldn't creep it over the net.
And it's 24-12. Kramer digs it. And right into the net. Windom Eagles take the first game. That's a good sign.
That's a great start, a 13-point win.
As the Eagles will take the first game, 25-12.
Got 3 minutes here in between games. Windom hoping that they can come out in the second game as strong as they showed in the first game.
Yeah, that was a very promising start by the Eagles. Looked like the Trojans came out a little flat. I mean, only getting 12 points this first game. The Eagles just ran it up on them.
Yeah, and the thing about Windom squad is that it's not just one person. It's a great all-around team performance.
Yep. Through and through, everyone on the bench can come in and play a big role on this team. And that's what you need. I mean, a lot of teams, the way they win championships is by taking a role on the team and not making it an individual sport or, but.
And it's great to see Windom with such promising young players, such as Portia, who's only a freshman.
Yep, and and I've seen from their JV, watching the game earlier, they struggled a little bit, but with more experience, they'll become more, comfortable playing at this level. And I think that's a great look for the future here for a Windom volleyball program.
And we have that great balance of like the leadership of seniors.
Yep. And even though there's only 3 seniors this year. But they lead this team with just really great, you know. So I mean, well, it looks like the student sections, Zach Steen, it's looking like he's busting a move down there.
Gotta love how much fun the students have down there.
Yeah, it's really fun.
What do you think Coach Windorf's telling his team right now?
You know, he's probably telling them, you know, keep playing the way you're playing and you'll be fine. You know, just do the little things right. I mean, they haven't made a whole lot of mistakes, which is very good, which is a very good sign. Whereas Worthington's coach is probably telling them you got to clean it up a little bit, start timing the jumps a little bit better for the spikes. And, you know, Worthington didn't look bad, but, you know, Windom obviously just looked a little better.
And it looks like Worthington, they're just not making the routine plays.
Yep.
Like, they're just not making simple passes or just handling the serves.
Yep. Yeah, the girls on the Windom team on their serves have been very good.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. I mean, it's making it a hassle for Kramer, the libero, for Worthington to handle a lot of the serves. So if they can just keep attacking the defense of Worthington, there's no doubt in my mind they should be able to pull away and win 2 more games.
Do you think that these next few games could be a little closer, or that they're just going to keep going the same way?
You know, I think the same way.
Same way?
I think so. So we are just about ready to start period 2, or game 2, sorry. Looks like Worthington's coach is just trying to tell him a little bit, give him a little bit more advice. But Windom is ready to go.
We'll see if
we're going to have an early substitution here.
We'll see if Coach Hogan of Worthington maybe delivered some meaningful advice. See if her little talk helps him out this game.
Yep. Well, the student section is ready.
They're up on their
feet. And it looks like Kramer's going to have an early substitution here. She's going to come in for number 14, Shelby Kingery.
Betsy Thompson set to serve here for the Trojans as we start the second game.
And Carlson with the dig. Husett with the set.
Wow.
And Portia Park with a kill.
Wow.
That is something
right there.
Holy cow. And it looks like Katie Kelly is going to sub in for Hannah Redmond. And like that, just like that, the Eagles are starting off where they left off, you know.
But wow, that kill. that kill was something.
Yeah. Husett with the serve. And an ace for Husett as the Windom Eagles are just fired up right now as they take an early 2-0 lead.
That's 2 quick
serve
points
again. And it looks like number 9, Olivia Peterson is coming in for number 7, Madison Wool. Husett to set again. Sets over, and Peterson could not handle that one.
And that's where you talk about those routine plays.
Yep.
That's a serve hit right to you, and you just hit it into the bleachers.
Yep.
Those are the little things you have to do right to win these games.
Husett to serve. Peterson digs it. And it's tipped over by Gerber, and it's going to be a point.
That's a smart play right there.
Yeah, smart play. She's thinking that she's going to go down for the big spike, and she just taps it gently over the net.
That's veteran experience right there. Those are things you learn a lot over time.
Peterson in to serve. And Carlson digs it. And Husett to set. And another kill for Portia Porth.
She is just fired up this game. That's two big kills to start the second game.
That's huge. That'll motivate your whole team to want it a little bit more.
And right now, it definitely looks like Portia wants this game.
Yep. Hochul to serve to Kramer.
Miscommunication there.
Miscommunication. Kramer bumps it over. Husett to set. Katie Kelly, and it's blocked. And set over, and now Katie Kelly gets it. Pass it over to Masson Mars. And Gerber sets it over. Husett to Portia Porth.
Oh, my.
And that's tipped on the Worthington player, Peterson, and that'll be a Windom point, and Portia Porth with another kill.
I don't know if it was what Coach Wendorf told him in between games, but Portia's really coming out fired up.
Yeah, as
3 big, powerful kills.
Hochul serves, Peterson with the dig. Thompson bumps it up. 15, and that is Aniki Weg.
Oh, my.
Wow, it's looking good right now.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
looking really good.
Portia, you see, you talk about the well-rounded team, but it looks like right now Porth is carrying this team.
Yep.
And you notice a lot of the Trojan girls bumping into each other. Those are some communication issues that you got to get over to win these games.
And entering the game for the Trojans now is number 4, Caitlin Walters. And Windom with another point.
There's a lift. Simply can't lift the ball. Just like the student section says, you can't do that.
You can't do that. Hochul to serve now, again for the Eagles, as the Eagles are up 7-1 in game 2. And that's going to be out. Now in the game for the Eagles is number 10, Sydney Broberg, as she comes in for Hochul.
Emma Gerber set to serve here for the Trojans.
Broberg with the dig. Husett to Portia Porth, and Portia didn't get that one.
Just misses the line. Oh, she got all of it. She just couldn't get it accurate.
Gerber to serve again. It's over, and that's out. Good eye there by the Eagles.
And you see Michaela Hacker coming in here for Carlson.
Portia Porth with the serve here. And serves it over. Thompson sets. Number 14, Shelby Kingery. And here's Husett to Mars. And that's going to be a kill for Windom. Madison Mars with the kill.
That was a powerful kill there. Kind of thought it was Portia there for a second.
For a second, I did too. Portia Porth to serve. And that's over. Ooh, got away from her on that one. Oh, and it's going to be Windom point.
Yep, they just couldn't get to it in time to get it over.
And that's what we've been talking about is Worthington's been struggling with the easier plays.
Mm-hmm. It's the little things like that that'll win these games.
Yep. Porth to serve. Oh.
Ooh.
And Shelby Kingery bumps it right into the net.
It's just plays like that you got to make. It's just a little pass over the net. Worthington will take a timeout here as they are down 8 points to the Eagles, 11-3.
Now the Eagles just got to keep their foot on the gas pedal and not let up right now.
At this point, do you really think that there's anything that the Worthington coaches can tell them to get them back into this game?
Right now, I think it would be all communication. I mean, you look at some of them and it just doesn't seem like all the players are on the same page, and just not in a lot of the girls are not having a sense of where they are on the court. Mm-hmm. Like you saw what Kingery just did there. She bumped it right into the net, and she might have thought she was a little bit more away from the net. I don't know, but.
And you know, those are the kind of things that you expect at the beginning of the season, like the miscommunication and the not all together. But those are the kind of things you have to get over. Like you can just tell that some of these girls that they're just hanging their heads because they're just frustrated. But those are the kind of things you have to get over to win these games.
Yep. And Portia Porth to serve, and it's dug up and put right into the net. Betsy Thompson, it looked like, missed that one. Now it looks like number 7, Madison Wall, is coming in for number 4, Caitlin Walters. Portia Porth to serve. That's over the net. Wolf digs it, and it's over by Kingery. And Katie Kelly slaps it back over. Betsy Thompson up to Kingery. And that's going to be out.
That one just misses the line. Eagles, it's a little sigh of relief there, not giving up that point.
Yep. So the Eagles took a 10-point lead with that point just there. Kramer with the dig, Thompson over to number 12, Allie Bruns, and she just puts it right into the net.
It's things like that. I mean, the Worthington coach tomorrow, you got to think, what kind of things are they going to work over in practice? Because there's too many things going wrong.
Yep. And Hocker with the spike. It's dug out. Oh, wow. Great save by Portia Porth. And Katie Kelly sends it over the net. Bruns sends it. Oh, and that's going to be a point. And it looks like it was a lift.
That's another lift. You can kind of understand the miscommunications, but when you're just not going with the rules, something's up. Something's wrong.
Yep. Kramer with the dig, and Thompson tips it straight up, and there's nobody home to bail her out.
And the Eagles have really jumped on the Trojans this game. A 13-point lead, 16
we have
to
6.
3.
Oh, and that's, tipped by Kramer, and it's 17 to 3.
She barely got a touch on that.
Yep. And another timeout by Worthington as they just got to be looking for answers. I mean, the Worthington coach, I don't know what she could tell her players right now at this point.
There's really nothing to tell your players when you're down 17 to 3. I mean, you could just kind of try and get them like pumped for the next game maybe.
Yep.
But really, there is no coming back from a 17 to 3 game.
Yeah, it would take a very dramatic comeback to get a 14-point run going and tie it up, but I just don't see that happening.
I'd call it a miracle.
Yeah.
I'd call it a miracle.
The Eagles, from what I can know, they're just playing really comfortable. Every single one of them. I mean,
they're just solid all around.
Yeah, they're playing like they're capable of playing. Obviously, I mean, you look at the score and it explains itself right there. So, but Portia Porath to serve now, and Burns with the save, and once again, no communication, and it looked like Portia Porath might have served it a little before the whistle.
Yeah. Worthington goes frustrated, but...
Yeah. And Portia Porath, and it's tipped by Burns, kept alive by Wool. Oh, a great play by Weg. And Hocker spikes it over. Kingery slaps it, and that's in. That was just in.
That just caught the line. That's great placement there.
Yep.
And you see a substitution for Worthington here. Number 6, Abigail Mulder, coming in for number 5, Bitsy Thompson.
And to serve now is Weg for Worthington. Broberg with the dig. Carlson sets it to Hocker, puts it right in the net. And it's 18-5 lead now for Windom. Mr. Wendorf is telling Hocker, I think, to get it up a little more.
Yeah.
And Weg puts it right into the net, and just like that, the Eagles have gained the momentum again.
We got a couple subs here for Windom.
Yep.
As Hannah Redmond comes in for Katie Kelly, and Becca Hacker comes in for Lauren Houston.
And Redmond will serve now for the Eagles. Serves up, Kramer digs it.
You see that again? That's another miscommunication. Nobody called it, so they both went for it.
Broberg passes it over to Redmond. Redmond sets it for Mars. And Bruns puts it over. And Hocker, not a whole lot you can do there. I mean, it seemed like the Eagles kind of piled up in one spot, and really no one was even close to the ball.
Yeah, there was really no spacing there at all by Windom.
And now coming in for Worthington is number 3, Caitlin Walters, as she comes in for Allie Bruins. Walters will serve. And Carlson digs it. Redmond over to Hocker. Kingery. Oh, great dig.
Keep it alive. Wow. Wonderful defense by Windom.
Oh, and point Windom. That is great. That was great.
That was a great play.
That's just great. Seeing that, I mean, it makes you look forward to watching these girls play even more.
And you see Morgan Hokel come in for Sydney Broberg.
Kramer digs it. Set by Weg. Kingery over. Carlson digs it. Set for Hocker.
What a great play.
That's just good placement right there. That's a senior right there for you.
Those are the kind of plays that you learn over time. And you see with Michaela being a senior, she learned that over time.
Yep.
Gotta love having that veteran experience on a squad like this.
Yep. In any sport.
Any sport, really, yeah.
Madison Mars to serve. It's dug out by Wool. Set. Oh, and
that set was a little higher than she expected.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what to do with that.
So number 11 is coming in for Worthington, Emma Gerber, and she came in for Kingery. And Kramer with the serve, barely gets over, and
Carlson couldn't dig that one up.
Little in front of Carlson. She tried on that one, but just couldn't quite get it up.
These last few plays, it kind of looked like mental lapses here for Windom. When you get out to this big of a lead, you kind of stop playing with like your regular fundamentals. You just kind of start messing around.
Yep.
But I guess if Worthington's just going to serve it into the net, they're just going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yep. It looks like Portia Porth came in for Michaela Hacker, and now we got Carlson serving for Windom.
That one over the net. That was a good one.
Serve there. As it looked like Kramer couldn't really handle that one, and Windom Eagles are up 23-8 on the Worthington Trojans here in Game 2.
We should have started marking down aces.
Yeah.
It'd be a high number right now, because Worthington can't handle the serves.
And
there's another example of it.
I believe that's 7 aces for Windom on the night, I believe. Yeah.
Wow. And we got game point here, 24-8, as Windom should take the second game pretty handily.
Carlson with the serve. It's over to Kramer. Weg gets it over there. Becca Hocker sets up Hokel, and great save by Wolters there. Redmond serves it. Hocker serves it to Hokel, and that'll do it. That's a kill for
That'll be game
Hokel.
2.
25-8, Windom wins, and they go up 2-0 on the Worthington Trojans.
And the Trojans don't even hit double digits in the second game. And, well, it looks like your prediction from last game was right. This is just going to keep going the same way as the first game went.
Yep. Yeah, the Eagles just don't seem to be letting up, and that's obviously a good thing. I mean, you never want to let up for your opponent, so.
The Trojans, they're just out of it, like, mentally. And they just can't do the simple things. And there's just really nothing going right for them right now.
Yeah.
I mean, their serves aren't getting over the net. They can't handle Windom serves. So we got 2.5 minutes here till game 3. As Worthington has only scored 12 points and 8 points in the 2 sets respectively. Windom obviously scoring 25 in both.
Yep. And I guess with the break here, we got 2 minutes, and the Windom's next game is against Red Rock Central, and Worthington's next game is against Southwest United, and I heard Southwest United has a pretty good volleyball squad over there.
Mm-hmm. You know, from talking to the other Windom volleyball players, they went to the Worthington and Southwest Minnesota Christian, and that game went about just how this one's going.
Yep.
Worthington didn't put up much of a fight, and Southwest Minnesota Christian just took them down pretty easily.
Yep.
Oh, that's Shelley. Oh, yeah, I know her.
Well, it looks like we got a super fan in the student section.
That's Riley Espenson right there for you.
That's
in the Blue Murph suit.
That is a outfit for the books right there.
Speaking of books, I sure hope Miss Fletcher gets a picture of that for the yearbook.
Oh, that'd be something special right there.
Less than a minute here till game 3, and we'll see if Windom can hold Worthington to under double digits again as Coach Wendorf breaks the huddle.
And we're And we're just about ready to start Game 3 between Windom and Worthington. If you're just tuning in on Channel 22, Windom has won the first 2 games, and it really wasn't much. I mean, Worthington really didn't put up a fight.
25-12 and 25-8.
That's domination right there. That is pure domination by Windom. Well, both teams look like they're ready to go to start Game 3.
You even look at Worthington's student section here, and they've all taken a seat. They've all been watching the first 2 games. They know how this one's going to go.
They might be at a loss of words right now to how they're reacting, but
I think really, if you're anybody from Worthington, you're just kind of in shock right now.
Yeah, I mean, Windom is the smaller school between the 2. Worthington is a very big school. But like I said, Windom just might have more talent.
Carlson it always helps having such a experienced coach, such as Coach Wendorf.
Thompson sets it. Oh my. And a kill for number 11, Emma Gerber.
Is this Worthington's first lead of the night?
First lead of the night for Worthington.
It's not much. It's 1-0, but you know what? That counts.
Yeah. And it looks like Allie Bruins is coming in for Catherine Rogers. Carlson saves it. Oh, and Husek just can't get it to it. As Worthington will take a 2-0 lead here in Game 3.
You think that Worthington might be fired up enough for this game? I mean, it's sure looking like it, coming out strong with 2 points.
It seems like maybe their coach told them something that fired them up in between games, but who knows?
Oh, that'll kill a team right there.
That right there is why she starts as a freshman. I mean, that's just something crazy,
She provides the oomph for this team. She really has that it factor.
Yep. Husek to serve. Oh.
Ace.
Bruins could not handle that one as that is right in front of her.
She didn't even get a hand on that before it hit the ground.
Correction there. That was Madison Wool on the... Couldn't get that one. But Husek to serve now again. Wool digs it over to Thompson. Thompson.
Oh, and that one drops in there.
Yep. Schaefer gets another kill tonight.
Worthington taking another lead, 3-2.
It is 3-2 now.
And you see now with Worthington having this lead, it's because they've been making those simple plays. They're hitting the ball over the net when they should. But that's not a routine play.
Yeah,
that is a tough play, and you cannot make that play.
Yep. That Portia Porth has just, you can see how much she's grown as a player from last year to this year already, and it's crazy.
She's got so much more IQ, and it's been really helping out the squad so far.
Yeah. And and that it looked out from where I was, but
here from the Crew 22 booth, we don't have the best view.
Don't have the best view up here. And it looks like number 15, Weg will be coming in for Emily Schaefer, number 10. And it looks like Weg will serve. And Carlson digs it. She gets it up to Husek. Husek over to Katie Kelly. Oh, and they save it. Kramer sets it up. Over to Weg. To Bruin. Oh, a great save by Jasmine Carlson. Katie Kelly sets it over there. Weg sets it. And that's going to be out. That would be Allie Bruins. Could not get that one in. And now we're tied up at 4.
She had some space to work with there, but she just couldn't put it where it needed to be.
Yep. Porth with the serve. Oh,
that's another ace. That was a tough serve.
Wow. Someone better check if that person's okay down there, because that thing was coming in hot.
That did come in hot, and I think it might have... I think that might have caught a Windom fan.
That might have. That's 8 aces on the night for Windom. Oh, great save by Portia Porth. Over to Katie Kelly. Saved by Wool. Oh, and it just...
And there's that miscommunication right there.
Drops right in front of 2 people, and they just look at each other like, I thought you had it.
Yeah.
Portia Porth will serve again. And Kramer digs it. Over to Weg. Number 6, Abigail Mulder. And, Madison Mars did not get a hold of that one. But Windom still has a 1-point lead. Game 3, they're up 2 games. So they're in the driver's seat right now.
Oh, yeah. They are driving this bus all the way home.
Looks like the student section has their arrows ready to go.
And they all took a shot at the ball there.
And Houston with the set. Oh! And a kill for Katie Kelly.
That gets right past a diving Catherine Rogers. Could not get a hand on it.
And it looks like Lauren Husett is coming out, and Becca Hocker is coming into the game, and Sydney Broberg came in for Katie Kelly. And right into the
That's another
net.
one.
Madison Wall has been struggling to get it over the net tonight. I mean, she is one in particular that has struggled, I thought.
And there's Redmond with the serve there for the Eagles. Worthington gets it over, something we haven't seen very often tonight.
Oh, and a great block.
That's a great block.
That's a great reaction by Jasmine Carlson to get it back over. Oh, another block from Michaela Hocker. 9-5. Windom is leading.
With this game being a lot closer than the first two so far,
yep.
Has Worthington come out stronger, or have the Eagles just come out weaker than in the first two games?
It looks like a little bit of both. The Eagles look like they, like you said earlier, they have these mental lapses, but Worthington, maybe they've woken up from before this game, and into the net, as I think that was Catherine Rogers who bumped it into the net. And it looks like it might be a Worthington timeout.
Yeah, I think that's what it was right there, was a Worthington timeout. I mean, you've got to think it's got to be Worthington's timeout, because they are down 10-5.
10-5, and Windom's been rolling as of late in this third game, and I just don't see Worthington winning a game. I mean, Windom's looked that good tonight.
And this is still very early in this game. So, you never know, Worthington could come out and score, say, 20 straight points.
Yep, they could.
Not likely.
Yep.
But then you got to think the Eagles are only 15 points away.
Right.
But with so many points left to be scored, it really could go either way.
It could.
In the very beginning of a game, 5 points isn't much.
Yeah.
That's just a few momentum swings here and there, and Worthington's up 10.
Yeah, and the thing with Worthington is they'll have to claw their way back if they want to force 5 games or another game even.
You're really gonna have to want this game with how it's been going so far.
Broberg with a good serve or dig there, as looks like Wool gets it. Oh, and Broberg could not handle that one.
And that one, Broberg was already kind of deep, so you might be thinking she probably should have let that one go.
Yeah.
That one was sailing pretty far.
Either way, I mean, if it's in, you still didn't have a shot, even if it would have been tough.
Because that ball was coming in high, and she was at an awkward angle.
Kramer serves, and it looks like Carlson digs. Hocker sets it over. Oh, wow. Nobody home for
That's
the
a nice little tip.
Yeah.
She puts it on the front step, and nobody was home.
Yeah, and it looks like the Eagles have found the Worthington Trojans' weak link in their or where their weak spot is, and they've been able to capitalize that the whole night. Mars serves. Wool digs it over the net. Redmond serves to Hochul. Hochul tips. Weg saves it. Back over to Redmond. Hocker. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be Worthington point. There might have been a net violation there or something, but
doesn't look like Coach Wendorf's going to argue anything.
Yep.
But it's always fun to watch him when his team's struggling, because he just gets so fired up.
Yeah. That's always a good thing to have a coach that'll
get into the game.
Yep. Oh, and Hacker just missed that one. Heads up camera guy.
That's Joel Olstead back there for the
Olstead.
Windom Citizen.
Yep.
As he took a volleyball to the hand. Good block, though.
Good. That's
by
a
Mr.
good block.
Olstead.
That's being aware of what's going around you.
Gotta love that from a cameraman.
And Betsy Thompson sets it over to Wool. Carlson saves it. And, it's Worthington point.
And it looks like Redmond thought that Worthington came over the net, which, I mean, it kind of looked like it did.
It did look like it, yeah.
But, I mean, when you're at that much of a height disadvantage, there's really nothing you can say there.
Yep.
Worthington, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Battled their way back. It was a 5-point deficit. Now it's only 2.
Yep. And Redmond with a good set over the net. Thompson does the same thing. Carlson sets it over. And Hocker puts it over the net. Thompson sets it up. And Worthington point. I don't know why.
2 hits.
Okay.
Somebody hit it twice, but I didn't see who it was.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't see it.
But you know what? There's a reason why me and you aren't volleyball refs. They know what they're doing.
Yep. Thompson sets it over. Hochul. And Redmond bumps it up. And Becca Hocker, puts it over the net. Redmond with a great dig. And Hochul. A great block by Hochul.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Hochul, I mean, she's been one of the top players tonight, too.
Oh, yeah. See, it's so spread out, like the talent on this squad.
Yep.
I mean, sure, there's a lot of it in Porsche, but it's also spread around throughout the rest of these Eagles.
Yep. Thompson sets it over. And a great block by Becca Hocker. Porsche with another great play tonight.
There she is again. You know what? You can't hit it anywhere on the floor without her being there.
Yep.
Because she's going to be there to make the play.
Yep.
That's what she's been doing all night, and that's why the Eagles have been dominating this Trojan squad.
Yep. Carlson serve. Hits it over. Wall digs it. Betsy Thompson sets it. And a kill by number 11, Emma Gerber. We've been calling her name quite a bit tonight. She's been one of the better players for Worthington team who has struggled tonight.
Yeah, it seems like she's kind of been that one player that's been alive on a team that's been sleeping.
Yep. Wolf sets it. Anna Redmond. And that's a good effort, but
and a great catch there by a Windom Eagle fan. Left-handed.
Great catch.
You had a substitution here for Windom as Lauren Husick comes in for Becca Hacker.
Wool to serve for Worthington. Serves up and over. Madison Mars passes it over to Husick. Husick sets it for Porsche Porth and spikes. Great dig there.
It's always something impressive. It's always impressive when somebody can dig out a kill from Porsche Porth.
And that's a great play by number 12, Allie Bruins.
Wow, look at that.
As she bumped it over and noticing that there was no one in the back row for the Eagles to make a play. Houston sets it up for Hochul. Looked like there might have been a miscommunication. Thompson sets it up. Houston sets it up for Porsche Porth, and she tips it, and that's going to be down.
That's another one of those plays where you see the Worthington girl going for a block, so you just tip it a little bit to the side of her, and no one's there to cover it.
Yep. Lauren Husick to serve as the Eagles are up on the Worthington Trojans here in Game 3, 14-13. And Windom is up 2-0. And it's a great block. But it looked like Porsche Porth and Morgan Hochul on the block.
That's two of the Eagles' more solid players here tonight.
Yep.
Making lots of plays as Husick is set to serve.
Husick to serve. Wall digs it over to Thompson, and that's a great save.
Big miscommunication. That's two. But you know what? It worked.
That'll work. There was Mr. Wendorf. You can see on his face right now that he's kind of like, how did that just happen? But, he's obviously got to communicate. But
that was two where just two Eagle players. Nobody said a word, so they bumped into each other.
Yep. Katie Kelly with a block. And a great play by and the Worthington bench is not happy with the play made there.
What a dig by Carlson.
Play by Jasmine Carlson. It was great effort on both sides there. Worthington just came on top, but I mean, not a whole lot you can do. I mean, that's a great effort by Jasmine Carlson on that one.
You hate to see a great play like that and then have your team not get the point.
Yep. Hochul digs it, and Husick passes it over. Carlson jumps and spikes it over.
It was like three Worthington players.
And Schaefer puts it into the net. And the student section is telling everyone that, yes, that was awesome.
Yes, it was. As Holko serves it here.
And Kramer couldn't handle the serve from Holko as the Eagles take an 18-14 lead. Timeout Worthington.
Getting to the later stages of this game, a 4-point lead means a lot more than in the very beginning. So it kind of looks like the Eagles are just pulling away here because Worthington's having more and more, let's say, miscommunication, and Windom is really cutting down on those mental lapses.
Yep. And, you know, reading up on the Worthington Trojan volleyball team, they, you know, their coach even said it. She said, it's going to be a whole new look for every player on the team. And even the returning letter winners, the 4 seniors, you know, they're learning new stuff too as the year goes on. And, you know, that there can be positives and negatives to that. And, you know, but I think it'd be more negative is taking away what, you know, not so much what the kids have learned, you know, not taking it away what the kids have learned, but just teaching them something new that they haven't learned, you know, the previous 3 years.
And I mean, it's always great to learn new things, but at what point do you just stop giving them new things and just have them become solid on what they already know?
Yep. And Thompson sets it, and that's going to drop as Schaefer, again, is able to make the ball drop right in between a couple Windom Eagles, and looks like substitution for the Eagles as Sydney Broberg is coming in for Morgan Holko. And Weg will serve for the Trojans. Broberg passes it up to Husett. Husett sets it up to Portia Porth, and that's another kill for Portia Porth. What a night for her.
I couldn't imagine trying to dig one of those kills.
Yeah.
They just come in so hot and at such a downward angle. It's just, if you can even get a piece of it, it's like a miracle.
And it looks like we got Natalie Resch coming in for Michaela Hocker. Portia Porth to serve, and it's out.
You know what? That's one of the few mistakes we've seen her make tonight.
Yep. And coming into the game for Worthington now is number 3, Catherine Rogers, and she comes in for number 12, Allie Bruns.
And after that missed serve, Jasmine Carlson will come in for Portia Porth.
Yep. And the Eagles let that one go wide of the white line, and the Eagles are up 20-16 as they're slowly pulling away from the Trojans.
Only 5 points left here for Windom to score, and then we can all go home.
And Redmond with the serve. Kramer digs it. Set up by Weg. And Wall with the kill.
That's a nice looking kill right there.
Yep. Her first of the night.
Good placement, good power.
Yep. Had the right timing, meeting the ball and getting up. Kramer will serve for the Worthington Trojans, and that barely gets over the net as Carlson digs it. And Madison Mars is set up by Redmond. Great dig by Weg, and wow, Resch. You know, he adds another point to the game.
In this final game here, it seems like every time Windom has tried pulling away, Worthington just keeps clawing the way back in it. But how long can you do that before the game's over? I mean, at some point, if you're Worthington, you got to stop clawing and just take advantage and take the lead.
And it looks like Holko came back in for Broberg. As great block there by Resch. Redmond sets up Holko. Kramer with a great save. Peterson gets it over. And Redmond sets it up for Husett, and Husett with a great play there. It's almost like she grabbed it and threw it kind of on that one.
But she didn't.
But she didn't.
You know, you can't do that.
Because you can't do it.
But you know what? She certainly made it look like it, and that's what makes a great play.
Yep. Oh, and Mars puts it right in the net.
That's what I'm talking about. Windom got that 5-point lead. They were starting to pull away, and then a biff serve brings Worthington right back in it.
Yep.
And you see Emily Jackson checking in here, and Kaylee Jansen as they come in for Madison Mars.
She's going in.
Lauren Husett.
Jansen's coming in for Husett. And you could tell a little disappointment on Madison Mars' reaction to putting it in the net. I mean, you're up by a few points, but, you want to be perfect. And looks like Emily Jackson could not handle that serve by Betsy Thompson, as that's an ace for Betsy Thompson. And Thompson will serve again.
And just like that, Windom had that 5-point lead, and then a biff serve, and then a missed return. Makes it a 3-point game.
Yep. Oh, and it skips right in front of Emily Jackson, as it now is a 2-point lead for Windom, and Madison Mars will re-enter for Emily Jackson. Great turnout here for the first night, first game of volleyball. It's great to see the community coming out and showing support. And Thompson with another kill, as it's 22-21.
And that's 4 unanswered points for Worthington, and Coach Wendorf is forced to take a timeout.
Wendorf is pretty, you can tell when he's mad, but right now it doesn't look like he's mad too much. He's staying calm as much as he can, but definitely being up by 5 points and then letting that deficit crumble to 1, it's frustrating, but you're still up and you're up 2-0.
But you see, as a coach, you have to keep your cool, because if you freak out, then your players freak out.
Yep. And then you don't want panicked
players.
You're all going against each other, and
that's certainly not what you want.
It's a recipe for a disaster.
You always want to be on the same page.
Yep.
Always communicating, and the coach is the one responsible for keeping that all together.
Thompson will serve again. She's had a couple aces in a row.
See if Windom can change that. Maybe end that streak.
And the student section is trying to get into Betsy Thompson's head right now.
And let's see if it works out for him.
Yep. Carlson with a dig. She gets it up to Redmond. Redmond sets it up for Hochul. Hochul sends it over. Thompson with the set. Wool with
that barely sneaked over.
Looks like a kill. Looks like a kill for Wool.
And just like that, this game's knotted up at 22.
Yep. Windom is trying. You can tell the players are trying to encourage each other. Let's go. Let's win this one and go 3-0. Mars digs it. Redmond sets it over. It's blocked. And still my. Worthington was celebrating early. But it's a Worthington point because it looked like it went under.
Yeah, when Hochul saved that and put it back over, her momentum carried her right under the net.
Right.
It was a great hustle play, but she just ended up sliding right under.
Yep. So it's 23-22 Worthington with the lead.
How often have you said that tonight? Worthington with the lead.
Yeah, it didn't come very often tonight, but Worthington has shown that they can stick with any team, but it's tough to do that and to win games when you lose the first 2 sets of the game, and it's tough to come back.
And you see, a lot of coaches after you get blown out in a couple games like that, they'll tell you that they know you can play much better than this. And it looks like that message sunk into those players here for this game.
Now the student section is trying to encourage the Windom Eagles to get back on track as it skims the net. Carlson saves it over to Hochul. And that's going to be a point for Windom. That is a great play by Hochul as she gets another kill.
And we are knotted up here at 23 as the libero Carlson is set to serve.
And now this place is getting pretty loud. And Carlson with the serve.
Great serve.
And Wool cannot handle it. An ace for Carlson. Aces have been coming in handy for the Windom Eagles tonight.
And what better time could it have came than right there?
And now we got game point. And now the student section is letting everybody know it's game point. Serve. Carlson let that one get away from her a little bit. Put a little bit too much mustard on that one. Yeah. And now the Eagles have to win by 2. And now it looks like Huset's coming back in for Jansen as the Eagles make a substitution. And Wool will serve now for the Worthington Trojans. Here's a serve, and it's a floater. And Carlson passes it up to Huset. Huset over to Porth. And it's saved by Kramer over. And now it's, and a great Wow, that was a good placement by the Worthington Trojans on that one.
She certainly found the gap there in the Windom Eagle defense, and there was a big gap.
And now this place is really, the roof is really popping off of this place. Redmond pops it back up. Oh!
And it was,
Oh my! I don't know what happened there.
Windom in the net. Worthington will take the game.
It looked to me as if
Worthington
went over and completely, there's no chance of a Windom player getting it over the net. But
so certainly a questionable decision to end this third game.
So now we go to game 4. But the Windom Eagles have been playing good volleyball right now. That's just one of those things where, you can't control that. You can control what you can control.
Wise words there, Jack.
Yeah.
Did you happen to get that from Coach Sloman?
I did actually, and that really pays off. It pays off.
You know, it pays off in baseball, it pays off in volleyball, it pays off in every sport, really.
Yep. I'm kind of getting a sense that Jackie Moon is in the building. Maybe? I don't know, but no, I think it's just Devin Nielsen. I mean, it's like a spitting image of Jackie Moon, but that's a good look for Devin.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I'm definitely seeing it. That's my headband, by the way, that he's wearing.
Well, props to you.
I'm just trying to help him out.
Yep.
Trying to make him look good.
And seeing that is, speaking of Devin Nielsen, he's a football player. The football team is traveling to St. Peter tomorrow night, and they will take on St. Peter. And obviously. And
for their season opener, correct?
Yep. Season opener on the road. And, the Windom Eagles, I think this year, they should be better than they were last year. I mean, more competitive maybe.
I mean, you always want to hope that with a squad. I mean, they kind of lack that amount of leadership with only having 3 seniors on that whole team.
Yep. But
with how many guys we have that are young, but they've been playing for a while, they kind of have just as much experience as those older guys.
Yep.
And who knows, maybe those younger guys could be teaching the seniors a thing or two.
Yep. Yeah, I was talking to Austin Fast last night, and he said between the both teams, from watching the film of from St. Peter, it looks like it's going to be an offensive-powered night tomorrow night. Just from what he said. So, I mean, it'll be fun to watch tomorrow night, but the Windom Volleyball team has to win tonight, and it'll be that much better traveling to St. Peter, knowing that the volleyball team has started off good. So, fall sports starting up, and that it's a really exciting time of the year when the fall sports are starting up.
The Eagle football team makes the home opener next Friday, September 5th, against St. James, a team who they beat last year. That win last year broke their winless streak.
Yep.
And you know what? That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be at. Just watching the players get excited. Some of those players had never tasted winning as a high school football player.
Yeah.
And that was just a great scene, a great sight to look at.
Well, now we start game 4. Eagles are up 2-1. The last game, the Eagles lost by 2, 26-24. But I still think the Eagles are in the driver's seat, right? I mean, obviously they're up 1 full game, and they seem to be the better team.
Yeah, you see, you got to think that in that last huddle, Coach Wendorf was probably telling them, as Windom gets the point, that he knows what they're capable of.
Yep.
And he's definitely seen it in the first 2 sets.
Yep.
And if they come out as strong and finish as strong as they did those first 2 sets, then getting this last win should be no problem.
Yep.
Oh,
whoa. That one got away. Heads up.
That was outside the basketball court. Way too much juice behind that one.
And Lauren Husett will serve again. And she didn't get it up high enough. And Eagles are up 2-1 right now.
As Worthington scores their first point.
Yep.
Off the missed serve by Husett.
Madison Wool will serve for Worthington now. Carlson with the dig. Oh!
That's a nice block attempt, but you got to get it over.
Yep. Yeah, she, I believe that was Bruins. She just put it right on her own side. Barely clipped the net. Holko will serve now. Oh, and a little miscommunication. Kramer will pop it up. And now Husett sets for Katie Kelly, and Katie Kelly puts it right in the net.
Just couldn't get that one up enough. Ended up hitting it right into the middle of the net.
Yep. And now entering the game is Sydney Broberg for Morgan Holko. And Carlson with the dig. And over to Portia Porath. And great spike there. Great save. Carlson with the dig. Husett up to Massey Mars. Oh!
No tip there from Worthington.
Yeah.
She sure came close. She tried taking a swing at it, but fortunately for Worthington, she just missed it. That was Emma Gerber who took a swing at that. And Emma Gerber will miss that serve. It was a good 11 feet deep there.
Yep. So Windom is up 4-3 now in game 4.
Worthington keeping it close out of the gate here too.
Yep. And Portia Porath with the serve. Kramer over the net. Broberg with the dig. And Husett over. Yeah. Oh, and it's still alive. A great play by Kramer. Katie Kelly with the spike. Good save by Wool. Husett bumps it up to Katie Kelly. Katie Kelly over to Betsy Thompson. And a kill by number 8, Whitney Jensen. First time calling her name tonight. Whitney Jensen. She gets her first kill tonight. As it looks like Weg will come in for number 10, Schaefer. Weg will serve. And that's a short serve.
Whoa, that one floated barely over.
Katie Kelly.
There's a big serve and a nice save.
Weg over the net. Carlson over to Husett. Husett to Michaela Gallagher. Oh, a great block.
Worthington saw that.
And it's going to be a Windom point. Weg. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing on that one. Looked like it was a tough play to get the ball back over to her teammates. But in other words, Windom point, and Windom is up 5-4 now.
And a really fun sequence to watch there as there was blocks and digs.
These past 2 games have been really equal. Redmond over the net to Kramer. Kramer to Weg. Weg over, and it looks like it's going to be Windom point.
And Coach Wendorf hops off the bench trying to fire up his team.
Yep, he is fired up and ready to go, and the Eagles have had 2 straight points now. Redmond serves again over the net. Weg Wool loses it. Kramer sets it over, and it's going to be a Windom point.
That's 2
section
hits.
Going pretty crazy down there.
That right there might have been just what the Eagles squad needed. It was a nice play and a huge jump from their student section.
Oh, wow. Right in the face.
That's 2. That is 2 on Kramer.
Allison Kramer took it right off the chops.
You know what? That can't feel good, especially happening twice in one night.
Yep. And Redmond over to Mars.
Oh, a nice tip there.
Makes the point there. And it's going to be timeout Worthington.
As Windom has scored 5 unanswered points. Worthington trying to slow down that Eagle momentum, maybe even shift it over to Worthington.
Yep, 9-4 lead for Windom. It's another 5-point lead, and it seems like Windom's, the past 2 games, they've had the 5-point lead early, and then it just kind of slipped away. But, you know, they just got to keep getting at it.
Yep, you got to stay on the attack, and you can't let up.
Yep.
Because as soon as you let up, that's when the other team will come up from behind, and it'll just happen what happened last game. They'll come out of nowhere and get the win.
Yep.
But Windom is up 2-1 in games tonight. So that loss in Game 3 didn't hurt them, but it might have just kind of brought down their confidence a little bit. Because after you dominate a team twice, you kind of expect it to happen, and I think that might have been what happened. Is they expected it, and they stopped working as hard. As Redmond makes a great dig, we got to kind of give it up.
Yep, great plays for both Windom. Oh, that's a good place right there. Place for the ball right there by I believe that was Bruin, and she is gonna get taken out of the game, and going in for her is Catherine Rogers, and she will serve. Here's a serve. Carlson sets it up. Redmond sets it up for Hacker. And Kramer with a good save there. Waggle over. And that's going to be out.
That one just missed, so a good eye there by Broberg to let that one go by.
Yep. And coming into the game now is Holkel. Madison Mars to serve now for the Eagles, as the Eagles have a 10-5 lead. Mars to serve over. Oh, miscommunication right there.
You have two players diving for it, and it just goes off awry.
Mars will serve again. And that's over. Wolf sets it, or Wake sets it. And now it's Redmond, sets it over to Holkel. Holkel slaps it, and that is in.
That one caught the line. That is great placement there by Holkel.
Yep. So she gets another kill tonight. Yeah, up and down the lineup, every Eagle has participated and done their fair share of hard work.
Everybody's been following their role, and it's been working out nicely.
Yep, and Wool puts it into the net.
See, this is the kind of start the Eagles needed, jumping out to an 8-point lead, 13-5 early here in Game 4.
And here's Mars with the serve to Kramer. And it looks like number 6, Abigail Mulder. Kramer gets it. Oh, and that is out. Wow. Yep. Number 8, Whitney Jensen just missed that one. Madison Mars will serve again, as it's 14-5 now for Windom. Over to Wool. Weg sets it over. Redmond sets it to Holkel. Holkel over Kramer. Weg to Wool, and Wool puts it into the net again.
Now it's starting to look like the first two games.
Yep, this is a spitting image of the first two games right here.
Where Windham's just coming out firing, they're on the attack. And Worthington is just
tough.
playing weak.
Yep, it's great that we have the, 9-point lead now. But just the mental lapses, I think they just need to get through, As Kramer will serve for the Trojans. Carlson digs, set up. Hacker sets it over. And Wool, that's out.
Those are the kind of plays that Worthington didn't make in the first two games. They kind of showed a little bit of it in the third game, which got them that win. But in this fourth game, it's starting to look a lot like the first two. It's just not being able to make the plays when they need to.
Yep. Well, we got a timeout here as the Eagles are up 16-6 and have won 2 out of the 3 matches. Worthington winning the last match.
And they are certainly on their way here to take the fourth one, get this 3-1 win. But as we saw from the last game, you can never count out Worthington too early.
Yep, Worthington is a team that if you let them stick around long enough, they'll make you pay for it. But the Eagles just gotta keep their foot on the gas pedal. Once again, a great turnout by the student section tonight in the community.
Even from the away section, Worthington came out to support their team.
Yep.
It's great when you see a bunch of people getting together just to watch some good old volleyball.
Yep. Carlson serves it over It's over to, good kill by Gerber right there.
And that one will catch the line. And right there, Worthington cuts that lead down by 1, 16-7.
Looks like Betsy Thompson just subbed in for Abigail Mulder. And Betsy Thompson will serve. And that's out. That's a good eye right there by Madison Mars.
And just like that, Windom has a 10-point lead right back.
Yep. And Riley Espenson very nicely gives the ball to Lauren Husett. Husett with the serve. A little gravity on that one. Like a knuckleball. As Wool could not handle that one. It just felt like she got handcuffed, you know?
That's right, Jack. That ball certainly dropped a lot sooner than she expected, so she just caught the ball with the bottom of her palms, which is definitely not where you want to hit it.
As Worthington will keep it at a 10-point deficit. 18-8 now for the Eagles. As Madison Wool will serve for the Trojans. And Madison Mars struggled, but great job by Jasmine Carlson. Katie Kelly gets it over. Betsy Thompson sets it up for Bruin. Great play by Holkel as she digs that one out. Mars sets it over to Kramer. Kramer to Betsy Thompson. Thompson to...
a great diving effort there by Carlson.
Schaefer with another kill. 18-9 now. Wool will serve again. She gets that over. Carlson sets it over to Husett. Husett sets it for Katie Kelly. Katie Kelly, a great dig by Kramer. Thompson to Schaefer. That had some speed on it there.
Worthington has cut this lead down to 8. I mean, it's still a big deficit. With it being 18-10. But it's something for him.
Carlson digs it. Husett plays it great off there. But
make it 7.
Portia Park just put a little bit too much mustard on that one.
She's been able to put that much on all night, but this time she just came in at a harder angle, and there was no way that ball was getting down.
Wool serves. Carlson gives it over to Husett. Husett sets up Portia. Great block there. A great way to keep it going. Thompson sets up Schaefer. Another block by Holkel. As Bruin sets it over, Portia sets it up. Husett sets up Katie Kelly. And that's going to drop, and that's going to be a Windom point. A great effort by both teams.
Wonderful sequence there. It was a back and forth action, and right there, Windom proves why they're the better team here tonight.
19-11 now. So the Eagles are up. Kramer over to Thompson. Thompson sets it over. Husett sets it up for Portia.
Another kill by Portia.
Another kill for Portia Porek. She has been on fire tonight. Holkel will serve for the Eagles. Serve is over to Wool. Thompson up to Schaefer. Schaefer gets it over. Husett sets it up. And Madison Mars gets it over. Brunn gives it to Carlson. Carlson. And looks like Katie Kelly sets it over. Miscommunication by Worthington. That's been the story all night.
That has been the storyline so far. It's just Windom is coming out strong. They're talking. Worthington really is the complete opposite. They're not. It really doesn't look like they're trying.
Yeah.
They're just playing weak and they're not talking.
A great play by Morgan Holkel to keep it alive. Katie Kelly. That's going to be point for Worthington.
You got a 9-point lead here for Windom. 21-12 in game 4.
Sydney Broberg checks in for Morgan Holkel. And that's that's a good eye. That's a good eye right there. 22-12. If you're just joining us, the Eagles are up 22-12. Game 4, they're up 2-1 on Worthington. Worthington wearing the black and red. Eagles wearing the blue. And that's going to be a point for Worthington, as it is 22-13 now for the Eagles.
Worthington starting to show some life here.
Yep.
But is it too little, too late?
Yep.
With Windom being only 3 points away from victory,
yep.
Is this game already over?
It's looking like that right about now. And Broberg passes it up to Husett. Husett sets it up for Katie Kelly. Katie Kelly spikes it over. Good save by Wool. Brunn puts it over. Great dig by Sydney Broberg. Madison Mars with a spike. Oh, a great block by number 6, Abigail Mulder.
Wow, a great skill attempt by Mars, but she literally just put it right in the hands of the Trojan blockers.
Yep. Madison Mars with the dig. Husett sets up Hacker, and that's going to be a tip and a point for Windom, as it looks like Mulder tipped it a little bit at the net there.
Windom now only 2 points away from getting this final victory, as Redmond comes in for Katie Kelly to serve. And a good serve it is by Redmond. And Worthington cannot return it, so that's yet another ace for Windom, as it's now game point, 24-14. Redmond is set to serve.
Game point right here. Here's the serve. Wall digs it, set over by Weg. Redmond sets up Madison Mars. Great block there. Brunn puts it over.
That'll do it.
And that'll do it. The Windom Eagles get their first victory of the year as they beat the Worthington Trojans in 4 games, 3-1. This is the Eagles' first win of the year and their first win in the Big South Conference. So that's a great start to the year.
That is a great start. I mean, first game that really any team has had in this new conference, and you gotta love starting it out with a win, especially in such a dominating performance like this. Worthington gave them some scare in the third when they took it, but I think everybody knew from the start that Windom had this game in the bag.
Yep, and a big key contributor to the Eagles' victory was Portia Porth, as she just dominated.
She just shined tonight.
I mean, she had so many kills. It was every time. It was just about every time someone set her up, it was a spike. So a great win for the Eagles and a great start to the 2014 season. I'm Jack Melstrom.
And I'm Adam Farr.
And thanks for tuning in to Channel 22.
And good night.